Hey everyone, it's great to be here. Have you ever lay awake at night worrying about your job security? Have you ever felt like you're just another cog in the machine at work? Like if you disappeared tomorrow, no one would even notice. Well, I've been there. In fact, I think most of us have felt that way at some point in our careers. But what if I told you there's a way to stand out, to become so valuable that your boss and colleagues can't imagine the company without you? That's what we're talking about today. How to become indispensable at work. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh no, not another one of those work harder, be a yes man speeches. It's not about that at all. It's not about being a workaholic or trying to please everyone. It's not about being a jack of all trades, frantically juggling every task and trying to please everyone. In fact, trying to be good at everything is the biggest mistake people make. That's a recipe for burnout, not success. The key to becoming indispensable is to cultivate something called expert power. Today, we'll explore exactly how to develop this unique and highly valuable form of power, transforming you from a replaceable asset into an irreplaceable force within your company. Expert power is the influence you gain by possessing unique skills or expertise in an area that others value. Think about it. Who do you go to when you have a computer problem? The tech whiz, right? Because they have expert power in that area. And here's the secret. Expert power is usually highly specific. It's not about being a jack of all trades. It's about becoming a super user in a specific area, being the go-to person for a particular problem. Now, why is expert power so important? Well, for starters, it gives you influence. When you're the expert, people seek out your knowledge and opinion. They want your input on decisions. This means you have a greater impact on your team and the company as a whole. And guess what? People respect those with expert power. They trust your judgment. They see you as a solution provider. A hero. And that, my friends, is a pretty awesome feeling. All right, time for some self-discovery. Instead of focusing on broad skills like marketing or sales, we're going to dig deeper and identify our micro skills. Think of these micro skills as hidden gems within those broader categories. For example, instead of just marketing, maybe you're incredibly talented at creating engaging Instagram reels. Or instead of simply sales, perhaps you have a knack for closing those really tough leads. Here are 4 buckets to help you brainstorm your micro skills. Job skills. Are you a whiz at a particular software program your team uses? Can you always pinpoint the root cause of a recurring problem? Do you have a system for organizing chaotic projects? Knowledge. Do you have deep knowledge about your competitors or your company's history? Are you always up to date on the latest industry trends? Personal interests. This is a fun one. Think about your passions. Could your love of vintage clothing translate into expert knowledge about fashion history? Or could your obsession with board games make you the go-to person for team-building activities? People skills. This is huge. Especially in the age of AI, are you a master communicator, a skilled negotiator, or the person who can always smooth over conflicts? These skills are gold.
What?
Now, I want you to grab a pen and paper. Yes, old school style, and jot down all the micro skills that come to mind. Don't overthink it. Just let those ideas flow. Okay, now you've got a list of potential micro skills. Time for the hard part. Choosing one to focus on. And here's the crucial point. You need to become a sledgehammer with that one skill. Not a bunch of tiny hammers tapping at a wall, but one massive sledgehammer that breaks through. This is about concentrating your energy and becoming truly exceptional in your chosen area. Remember, diluted focus equals diluted results. Once you've chosen your micro skill, commit to continuous learning. Spend that 1 hour each week reading, practicing, taking online courses, whatever it takes to stay ahead of the curve. And here's the fun part. Start communicating your expertise. Own it. Instead of saying, I'm kind of good at Excel, confidently declare, I'm an Excel whiz. Come to me with any spreadsheet problems. The more you label yourself as the expert, the more others will see you that way. Now, you might be thinking, but what if there are already experts in my field? What if I never get lucky enough to showcase my skills? Well, here's another secret. Luck is not random. It's created. By developing expert power, you position yourself to be in the right place at the right time. You're ready to seize opportunities when they arise. The story of Harry Truman and the air-conditioned room is about how he strategically leveraged his introverted strengths to win the 1944 Democratic vice presidential nomination. Truman was an introvert and not a skilled public speaker, which put him at a disadvantage during the convention, where most candidates focused on stage presentations and working the room. Recognizing this, Truman found an air-conditioned room in the convention center, a valuable commodity during the peak of summer in Chicago. He rented this room and invited delegates one by one to have conversations with him in the comfortable space. This strategy allowed him to utilize his strength in one-on-one conversations to connect with delegates and win their support. Truman's approach highlights the idea of creating your own luck by recognizing opportunities and using your unique strengths to your advantage. Instead of trying to compete in areas where he was weak, he found a way to make his introversion an asset, ultimately leading to his success. See? Truman didn't just magically become lucky. He strategically created opportunities to leverage his strengths. So, are you ready to become indispensable? To transform your career and become a valued asset to your team? I know you are. Remember, this is a journey. You might not get it right the first time. If your initial attempts to develop expert power don't quite pan out, don't be afraid to pivot. Try a different micro skill. Experiment, adapt, and never, ever stop learning. I believe in you. You have the power to become indispensable. Go out there, find your expert power, and shine.